All right. What's up, everybody? My name is E, and I am back again with another update. Your screen does not deceive you, child. Look, she is back. Um, okay, blonde wig and all. This is what the people was asking for. They say she's here to save the day, child. I mean, I don't even recognize her from her first season on to now. Look at her. And so I'm assuming this must have been what she wore to her first day of shooting, child. Look, girl. Let's get into the comments because y'all already know how I feel. Let me see. Let's check the temperature, see what everybody else is feeling about it. It says, y'all ready? Phaedra got her peach bag. I want to know how you can get a peach bag in the middle of a season. They've been filming for over 30 days now. So how are they going to work that in? That's interesting. I'm probably in the minority here, but with Candy and Kenya gone and Phaedra back, my RHOA days might be over. I'm not even excited about it. It says I'll be passing this season. It sounds awful. Okay. Candy had to leave in order for her to get her peach back. Wait, hold on. She's not a housewife or a doctor. Bravo. What is y'all doing? See, I think people are connecting the dots. I think it is so disingenuous to sit here and play in our face. You have a show called Housewives. Phaedra's not married. She doesn't have a husband. And even if she were married, she's not a housewife. And then you throw her on Married to Medicine. She's not a doctor. She's not married to a doctor. And look, I don't get it. Definitely won't be watching. Okay, I felt that won't with everything in me. You talking too real and too right. Kenya was the best thing that happened to RHOA, and season 6 rating shows it. Period. 3 liars on the show. Phaedra, Porsha, and Drew. Listen, I like Drew's song, but Drew is known to lie. I will never forget the comment she made about the indigenous people's costumes that she never wore it, and then they did the flashback when Drew was coming for Kenya about the indigenous people. Drop it in the comments if you all remember that. So, yeah, I like Drew's song, but Drew is known to tell stories, and you know for damn sure Porsha is known to lie. So, I mean, Phaedra's in familiar company, I'll say that. Just cancel the show. Period. Look, why though? Girl, I feel you on that. I'm glad Phaedra is back. But child, is this a sign that they were scraping? Because these new girls are not giving it. I believe so. I wasn't here over the weekend. I was going through a process of moving from one city to another. However, I did see something, and I'll see if I can find it and kind of paste it in here somewhere, that Drew was saying that she hopes that Kenya and the production company and the network can work it out because they really need Kenya back. So I do think that is a telltale sign that things are not shaping up the way it's supposed to be. And I think even the girls realize themselves that, hey, it's not giving. I think so. I think you're right about that. Definitely not watching now. Overrated, overhyped. I'm only watching for my girl Drew. I had hope for Shamia, but she's a Marlo. She got the peach and she trying too hard. Ooh. Oh. Poor Shamia. Bravo must be desperate. Now please bring Nene back. Oh, please, y'all might as well. Child, that train has left the station. Clearly this show is losing its flavor. Did she really compare RHOA to the Titanic, implying it's on its way down? I had no idea she was so eager to come back to the show. Phaedra seems to thrive on deceit, and her insincerity is unmatched. Listen, I think that the people are smart enough to realize Phaedra is full of shit. I think the people see that. I mean, these are not my words. I'm reading the comments. You guys see it for yourself. Oh, wait, here's another one for Phaedra. Finally, the captain is here to save this sinking Titanic. Really? The delusion is real. Unfortunately, the captain went down with the Titanic. Hello, if we're going to talk facts, I mean, that is the way the story goes. Captain of lies. Listen, this season sounds like a hot mess, to be honest. I'll never go against my principles and watch a black woman who made it her mission was to tear down another out of malicious and vindictive. I get what you're saying there. Terrible idea. I second that. She didn't give anything on Married to Medicine. What's she going to give here? Nothing. She's just here to be Porsha's lapdog, and the only other thing I can think is that her and Shamia may still have some unfinished tension there, because last time we saw them together, Shamia told Phaedra to stop using Groupon for her plastic surgery. I don't know. I can't believe Phaedra is back. You guys really love inauthentic housewives. Wow, that's just yuck. Trash. I'll never understand how y'all just act like fake rape allegations are forgivable. Oh, last one. Oh, please. We don't want her back just because she can throw shade. If she's not coming back to speak on her situation, then why bother? She is not honest and never tells the truth. This ain't it. Look, here goes. Who called? I think we can call it there. I don't get it. I mean, this is what y'all wanted, and she's supposed to save something. Listen, she looks 72 in the face. That's it for me.
Tonight is your night, and you're not alone.
Can't be mad.
Girl, hold on. Girl, aren't you glad that I did not upload this video last night when I originally wanted to? Now, it's still last night, but by the time y'all get this, it's going to be tomorrow. So, hey, happy Tuesday. Listen, this is going to be 2 videos put into one. Y'all see the screen? Phaedra Parks allegedly quit Married to Medicine after someone invited Apollo and his wife on the show to confront her. Source says Apollo's wife read Phaedra down, and Phaedra went off on production. All right, now let's get into it. Now, allegedly, Phaedra quit Married to Medicine because Dr. Heaven... Oh! Now, listen, if y'all go back to my video from last week, y'all will see I talked about that couple circle. And I talked about how many people were in that couple circle, but we did not see Phaedra, even though she doesn't have a husband. So I don't know how she could have been in a couple circle unless it was going to be her and Sweet Tea, because I'm not sure if Dr. Greg came to the cast trip. But on the picture I showed you all, Phaedra and Sweet Tea were there, and they were in the lobby, but they were not in that couple circle. So I can totally see how Phaedra did not attend that last night of the couples trip, which makes it plausible because during the time where they were still filming that last scene, on the cast trip, I believe Phaedra had flown her ass back to Atlanta because she had to go to court, even though she came late, child. Even though she came late, she had to go down to the municipal court to help out Chaotic with his drunk ass, allegedly. So I can totally believe that. And if Dr. Heavenly, it got me saying her real name, that's not her name, Dr. Hell. If Dr. Hell brought on Shireen and Apollo, and Shireen read Phaedra for filth, I can listen. Now that is something that will make me tune in. Now I will tune in to Married to Medicine for that. Okay? Ooh, now this is interesting. Now, let's keep going. Allegedly, Phaedra quit Married to Medicine because Dr. Heavenly invited Apollo and his wife to a cast trip. Phaedra had a huge argument with a lot of people and left the trip and the rest of the show's filming. This is what the rumor is. Now, I can believe that. I can believe it. It makes sense. And look at Toya. Congrats. Pray you're happy. Girl, please. Let's get into the comments. This is my first time seeing this, y'all. Not read her down, baby. This has to be a joke. Please, I don't know why y'all think that Phaedra can really read. Phaedra used to buy her reads. The person who used to write Phaedra's reads, and I'm going to see if I can find that clip and put it in here. Phaedra used to have a writer who used to write her reads, and then she would practice before the reunion. That read that everybody says is so epic, the way that Phaedra read Kenya about the going down to the sperm bank, somebody else wrote that. That was not Phaedra's own words. So the fact y'all think that Phaedra is just so witty, no. The girl be practicing her reads for days in the mirror before they start filming. Like, knock it off.
We fell out 6 to 8 weeks ago because I wrote jokes for her for the reunion. I write for a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many. I wrote material for Phaedra for the reunion. And I asked Phaedra, I said, Phaedra, is there anything I need to know just between you and I? I said, ain't nobody on the phone but me, you, and the Lord. And none of this is alleged. Everything I'm telling you is my right hand to God, okay? I said, is there anything, Phaedra, I need to know that might come up? Because as a writer, I need to know all the surrounding circumstances so I can be efficient in my writing. Amen? Amen. So she said, no. She said the first time Candy saw Shamia, she said, I got to have her. And then Phaedra said she told her, no, girl, you getting ready to get married. And then she said Candy told her, I'm not married yet. Okay?
Well, people say Shamia sleep with everybody else, but who talk about that? You know her and Candy. Like, you what?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Candy best friend.
Wait, Candy is you. You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
They are really close.
But you think that too?
I mean,
Yes.
she close to both of them.
She doing her and I.
She doing both.
That's one of the things that I know for a fact. And secondly, when there was conversation about a man that was encouraging Phaedra, okay, and that was her friend before she became divorced, if she's divorced, that was Jamal Bryant. She told me that. Okay? But Candy, she ain't that dumb though, because she said that she believed that Phaedra was holding up her license to get the old lady gang open. And she was right. Phaedra told me that out of her mouth. Phaedra told me that she was having it held up. And Phaedra said, and I quote, keep fucking with me, it'll never open. That's what she told me. Amen.
She really should be on How to Get Away with Murder because she can come up with a story. Okay?
And let me tell you something, Porsha, with your beautiful self. I saw you on Dish Nation on tonight. And you said that Phaedra had been reaching out to you and that you had not responded. I suggest you don't. After the reunion, she and I talked, and she said that you were stupid. She told me that. And so, Porsha, you need to know that in making your decision as to whether or not you want her in your life. And you pray over it and ask God to give you discernment to show you if I'm telling you the truth or not. No, I told Phaedra, I said, you know what? I said, I got to make sure that these jokes are good because I want you to, make sure you get your contract renewed. And she said, oh, I ain't got to worry about that. That's done. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, who you think is Andy's favorite? I said, I think it's Candy. She said, And she said, I'm his favorite.
I gotta hear it to believe it because read Phaedra. See, I don't know why y'all think Phaedra. If Phaedra is so witty, how come she gets caught in so many lies? You have to think about it. If she can really read people off the top of the dome, then how come she gets exposed so easily when she's caught off guard? How come? Because if Phaedra was to read Queen, how did Shamia sneak this in on her?
Be careful, girl. Don't leave your credit cards or your license around. You know she's into fraudulent activity.
Girl, you need to stop lying, honey.
At Porsha's mom's house talking about, hook me up with an African girl. Hook me up. Now, which one of them got money?
Hell, you don't want
Shut
the
your
African
face.
connection.
Whatever.
All right.
And if I
You
want
don't
one,
want
I
to
would have the
have
African
one.
connection. I'm about to be a bride.
Well,
to a
good, girl.
man.
Hopefully it
So
will
you
last
can-
longer than a year this time.
Well,
hopefully it will, girl.
And
Good luck
hopefully yours
with it.
will last longer,
Good
too.
luck.
Tell that truth. Miss
Porsha.
Southern Belle today and Hooker tomorrow.
Hooker,
Please
girl,
stop.
girl, you better hush.
The
Girl,
streets
bye.
do talk about you, too.
Girl, bye.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, is this the same wife that just had to call the police on him? Girl, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the wife says that her and Apollo are doing much better now and that this brought them closer together. Now, that's the last I heard, okay? Leave it to messy ass Heavenly, because why? Read Phaedra down. I have to see it to believe it. Well, I hope they show it. I hope they show it because, listen, and you know what? Pause right there. This thought just came to me. Phaedra has been wanting to get back to RHOA. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this is the way that they cook the books to orchestrate Phaedra being able to leave Married to Medicine just so she could usher her way back to RHOA. And I say that because when she was originally talking about doing both shows, the ladies at Married to Medicine weren't happy about that because they felt like Phaedra used them when the housewives didn't want her anymore. So she came over to Married to Medicine, and as soon as housewives called back, Phaedra was ready to drop Married to Medicine like a hot potato. So it wouldn't surprise me that they would play this get back game at Phaedra to retaliate, because this is what they do. They did this to Mariah. When Mariah wouldn't keep her foot off their necks, they tried to bring up her dirty laundry. They did the same thing to Quad. So this is how they play on Married to Medicine. So it wouldn't shock me that Heavenly would ask Apollo and his wife to come. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Meanwhile, Apollo was arrested for, yeah. They're Married to Medicine girls, some real life haters. You know, I told y'all that the last video I did last week, and we have to think about it this way. The main orchestrator over there at Married to Medicine, see, they frame Dr. Hell as the main agitator, but it's not Dr. Hell. The main person who gets the shit going is that Dr. Walkie-Talkie, Dr. Jackie. She gets all the shit going. She puts the battery in Dr. Hell's back, and then Dr. Hell does all the dirty work. But Dr. Walkie-Talkie, yeah, she's the main culprit. They need to get that bitch off the show. Somebody reading Phaedra is why. I don't know why y'all think that people read. Kenya read Phaedra for years and years and years. What are y'all talking about? Somebody reading Phaedra? I think some people forget that Phaedra can be read the fuck down. I mean, hello, she's been read down. Same wife he loved roughing up. What y'all got to say to Phaedra? Heavenly, if you did that, girl, you are dead wrong. How Phaedra mad when she invited Quad to that? Well, ooh, here we go. Baby, I say what you say. Let's start over. How Phaedra mad when she invited Quad to that woman's bridal shower? Didn't Phaedra do the same thing to Sweet Tea last year? Sweet Tea, her twin sister, was I believe she had some more of her family and friends there who are not a part of the show. She was having her bachelorette party. And then here comes Phaedra walking in the door with Quad. So listen, this is the way that Phaedra came on to Married to Medicine. This was one of her first scenes, being messy. And so now we have it come full circle. And now your last scene is somebody being messy with you and bringing on your husband's new wife. Listen, you put this energy out there. You see how that karma spun the block real quick. It didn't even take 2 seasons. Okay, this person right here, Ronika Speaks Moody. Girl, you talking too real and too right. I say what you say. Heavenly, one messy lady. And now Apollo is in jail he is not in jail. Is he? I think they let him out. Child, please. Don't believe it. Phaedra's the queen of Reed. She ain't the queen of shit. Married to Medicine really turning hood, honestly. But you know why it's turning hood? It's turning hood because of Dr. Hell. Ever since she came onto that show, the show has been going down, down, down. And really, like I said, the person who's putting that battery pack in Dr. Hell's back is Dr. Walkie-Talkie. Well, she won because she found an exit from Married to Medicine. And boom, Apollo and his wife just got arrested. Listen, I believe that she's been wanting to get off that show because she's not married. She's not a wife. And the only reason that she wants to go back to RHOA is so that she can team up with Porsha. And so really, now that I think about it, Phaedra and Dr. Walkie-Talkie are very similar. Similar to how Dr. Walkie-Talkie puts that battery in Dr. Hell's back. Phaedra puts the battery in Porsha's back. She winds Porsha up, gets Porsha going, gets Porsha to do all the dirty work. That's why she wants to really get back to RHOA. She wants to get back to a position where she has some sense of authority, some sense of power, some sense of tenure. See, on the Married to Medicine cast, Phaedra doesn't have any tenure because it was her first. She's a newbie. But then if she comes back to RHOA, you see that it's like bringing back a veteran because she has tenure. She would be likened to an OG at this point because she coming back will have more seasons under her belt than Porsha and Drew. Anywho, Heavenly better be getting paid very well because she's messy as F. I am no fan of Phaedra, but if this happened, I would have walked off too. They do anything for ratings, but check this. They know who to do this to and who not to do it to. They wouldn't do it to Dr. Jackie. You see how they did Quad, bringing her ex-husband back with his wife? The producers are messy, and we all know it was Dr. Heavenly's idea to invite Quad's ex and his new wife. Messy boots. But see, it was Phaedra's idea to bring, and hold on, who was that? GGG? I hear you, girl, but the problem with that is, didn't Phaedra just do the same thing to Sweet Tea last year? So, yes, they did this to Quad, but Phaedra did it to Sweet Tea. How about that? She should have never been on that show. She was not Married to Medicine. Hello, I say what you say, Cash Times Queen. What would she have to read Phaedra down over? Like she left him and you only know what he told you. Well, I think that Shireen was messing with Apollo before he and Phaedra got divorced. And I do believe that those two have had some words. And if you remember at the reunion, Andy asked Phaedra, she have a relationship with Shireen, and Phaedra said no. And so there's a backstory there. And I think Shireen came to set the story the fuck straight. That's what I think. Uh-oh, here we goes. This is my boo right here. Funky Dineva. He says, I can confirm this did indeed happen. Well, you know what? That's all I need to know. We need the tea. You know what? By the time this comes out, I am sure that Funky is going to have the story already out. And I can't wait. Listen, I don't need to read any more comments. Because if Funky Dineva says it's true, listen to me. It's the fuck true. I'm going to stick with Toya. Congrats. Pray you're happy. Shireen, girl, you did what the good Lord needed you to do, girl. You done got her off the screen. Yeah.